Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's podcast. Today, I'm very excited because I am going to be sharing with us the finale of the birthday series that I've been sharing for the past 1 month. And if you missed that, I would suggest to you that you should go and watch those first before watching this episode. But if you've been following this series, Karibu Sana, today we are talking about the pre-30 checklist that I promised you about. So this is the finale of that series. It has been an exciting series, honestly. I feel like I've done a lot of introspection. I've done a lot of preparation mentally, emotionally, spiritually as well, just to feel like I am starting to get ready for the new decade that is ahead of me. So yes, today I'm gonna be sharing my pre-30 checklist, and this is basically a checklist of things I desire to be more intentional about. So this could be things that I've already been doing, but at this stage that I'm in right now, it feels like I need to put laser focus on these things. And yeah, it's basically a guide for my next 12 months. It's not a must do, it's just a guide because things change, plans change. Yeah, and so today I'm just gonna be talking about that, and it's gonna be very exciting. It feels like this is basically me being intentional about the seeds I want to plant today so that I can reap them within the next 12 months before my 30th birthday. Yes, so are you excited about this episode? I want to believe that you are. And at the end of this episode, I would love to request you to share with me your pre-30 checklist or your pre-next birthday checklist, because probably you're like 25 and you're thinking, this is my pre-26 checklist. Yeah, if you have that kind of a thing, I would love to also learn from you. I would love to take some notes from you as well. And of course, if there's something I share that you feel like you're also very intentional about, I would love for you to let me know about it in the comments. So can we dive into the episode? Of course we can. The first one is solidifying my financial foundation. I feel like this relates to so many people. I feel like this is necessary for everybody, honestly. In my early 20s, I used to think of finances as an afterthought. Savings, emergency funds, investments, all of those felt like too much work, honestly, felt like hard work, which I wasn't ready to do at the time, majorly because I didn't have the information that I have right now. And of course, it looked very tedious, it looked very difficult. But with the right sources, with the right resources, I feel like I should have started earlier. Good thing is it's never too late, right? It's never too late to begin something. It's never too late to start investing. Never too late to start your emergency fund. It is basically never too late. So before I turn 30, it's my desire to be more intentional about my finances. That means that I want to have a fully funded emergency fund. This is basically what could sustain me for 3 to 6 months if at all I didn't have to work at all. Yes, I'm gonna have to work really hard on that, but because I'm very intentional about it, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the challenge. Yeah. So that's the first thing that I want to really work on right now. Building my emergency fund and or savings. You can call it funds or savings, whatever you want to call it. And just to know that I have a cushion, I think it's also gonna give me more peace of mind. Yeah. Related to that, I also want to work on automating a small investment. Okay, it could be big. I mean, why small? It could be a big investment. Like, I just want to know that I have an automated investment, whatever that is. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm doing my research. I'm doing my homework. I'm doing my due diligence because this is something that I really want to be intentional about. I've always believed in having money work for me and not me working for the money. So this feels like a stage that is perfect for that. It feels like now is the time that I really have to start actualizing this. And yeah, so setting up an investment that is automated, I feel like that is a goal that I am gonna be working on right now. So I am gonna be very excited to do this. And to show you how serious I am, I have organized a financial class on Google Meet where I've invited a financial coach. Her name is Sarah Wanyama. She is a financial coach, and I already had classes with her, and we requested to have another class with her. If that is something that would interest you, you can reach out to me on DM. It's gonna be on August 2nd at 8 p.m. Remember, it's on Google Meet. We are really serious about solidifying our finances. So if this is something that you also want to be very serious about, it's open to you. Just let me know in my DMs and I'll be excited to have you join us. Yeah. So that is the first thing that I'm working on. Not necessarily being rich by 30, but just building smart financial habits little by little by that time. So that as time goes by, my habits becomes my character. And at the end of it all, I'm gonna be more financially stable, financially independent. That is the goal. Yes, so that's the first thing that I am intentionally working on finances. Number two, something that I'm working on right now that's on my pre-30 checklist is cultivating a new skill. And let me tell you, oh my gosh, I can be the greatest procrastinator. Procrastinating for me, especially when it comes to building skills, is something that I'm very good at. Not because I'm scared of taking up a new skill, not because I don't want to put in the work, but I feel like I struggle with that inner fear of learning something new and what I could do with it. I don't know if I'm making sense. It's always been sort of a fear of standing out by getting a new skill, which is something that I'm very ready to work on. I don't want to limit myself anymore just because of this fear. I don't want to slow myself down just because I'm afraid of my own potential. And I would love to really know, is this something that you resonate with? Because I have really struggled with the fear of exploring my full potential. Um, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to you. So before I turn 30, this is something that I'm planning to intentionally overcome by learning a new skill. And specifically when it comes to coaching, let me be honest, I love coaching. I love sitting down, listening to you, pinpointing your strengths, pinpointing the weaknesses that you can work on, giving you a direction based on what you've shared. I love doing that. And I find myself doing that so many times to my friends. Like we'll just be talking and automatically I just begin telling them, how about you try this and then you do this. Eventually, then you can do this. Like it comes so naturally to me, but now I want to make it a professional skill. Yeah. So that is one skill on my list that I'm very ready to work on. And secondly, aside from coaching, well, I feel like this is related to coaching as well because I'm very big on confidence. I have really struggled with my confidence for the longest time in my early 20s. And when I meet somebody struggling with their confidence as well, there is just that push on the inside of me to want to help them become more confident, to see their capabilities, their potential, their what they can do if only they can believe in themselves. And I believe it's just part of wanting to confidence coach, which is a skill that I also want to learn professionally so that I can be able to serve people better. So yeah, those are just the two skills on my to-do list for the next 12 months. Um, of course, there's more. I just won't preempt on here, but I'm gonna work on that. And hopefully, you're gonna keep me accountable. If on my 30th birthday, I still haven't come on here and told you, so we are doing this thing, please ask me what happened. Did you drop out? Did you fail? Let us know. please keep me accountable. So yeah, that is the second thing that I want to do, cultivate a new skill. Yeah, number three, I want to nurture my core relationships intentionally. You can remember on the first episode of this series, the I'm too old for episode, I did share that I'm too old for drama. And my focus about drama was on relationships. So right now in my late 20s, I want to nurture those core relationships that are not dramatic. They that cultivate me and that I can also cultivate. Those relationships that push me, help me grow, challenge me to be better. I want to be very intentional about those relationships. So that means I am very ready to schedule catch ups because life can get really busy. Yo, at this stage, life is like running so fast, moving so fast, things are changing very fast. So I want to be really intentional about catching up. I want to be intentional about meeting up. I want to be intentional about investing, whether it's my time, whether it's my attention. I want to really work on that. And this is something that I didn't do in my early 20s. Honestly, I have had very few friends, and most of those have slowly faded out of my life. They have slowly fallen out uh, for various reasons, majorly because life is changing. Everybody is focusing on different things at a time. So, for the friendships that I have right now, the friendships that have stood the test of time, I am ready to really be intentional about keeping them, growing them, cultivating them. And yeah, aside from catching up and meeting up, I also really want to learn how to express myself. So this means letting people that are important to me know they are important to me. I don't want to live for the next 10 years and thinking I should have told this person how important they were to me, but we've already fallen out, or we're not friends anymore, or you helped me, I helped you, but right now we feel awkward reaching out to each other just because I couldn't appreciate your input in my life. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. So that is one other thing that I'm doing. And of course, part of nurturing my relationships is being able to set up clear boundaries. So this means refining the boundaries that have been there and just allowing for healthier connections, healthier relationships, all in building healthy boundaries. So yeah, I'm very excited about that, honestly, because the past few weeks, I feel like I've made a couple of very, very amazing friends. Like, these are ladies that are building me up. They're cultivating me, they're encouraging me, they're challenging me to be a better person. And I also feel like my input in their life is very helpful for them as well. So for those relationships, I'm very, very intentional about them. And I'm excited to see the journey that is slowly unfading for me. Yes. So that is number three. Number four, I want to prioritize sustainable health and wellness habits because, let me tell you, in my early 20s, I've always been very small bodied. I've always been petite. I've always been the tiniest girl. And for some reason, as I've grown older, my body is finally accepting to open up. But I don't want to see how much further it can open up. You get what I mean? So I want to stay fit. I don't want to let go of myself simply because I know I've always been small bodied and now I'm very excited that I'm adding some weight, what. I want to be very intentional about still remaining fit and also being healthy. And that means doing movement, consistent movement. I have been trying to go to the gym. If you follow me on social media, you're going to see a few clips of me boxing here and there, working out. And let me tell you, I'll do that for a month and then I'll just fall off the wagon and then get back on it and then fall off again. But now, moving on to my 30s, I want to be more not 30s, before I turn 30, I want to be more intentional about it. So it's not necessarily going to the gym, because I feel, honestly, the gym for me feels overrated at this point, because I'm giving up on the gym, but I'm not giving up on consistent movement. That means taking walks, taking jogs, skipping the rope. I want to be able to consistently have some movement, because most of my days I'm seated, I'm editing, I'm creating, I'm reading, I'm writing. So I want to be very intentional about those times that I need to be out there moving my body, feeling fit, sweating a little bit, just to make sure that, yes, I'm still healthy going into a new decade. So consistent movement is gonna be one of those things that I'm gonna be doing. And that means I'm gonna try out some, is it called aerobics? Yes. I feel like that's gonna be more exciting for me than lifting weights. I don't know. I'm gonna try it out. But the point is, I'm gonna be doing something. I'm gonna be moving my body. Of course, that's also involves wellness also involves mindful eating. And I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Okay, not pretty well. I feel like I'm now transitioning from a lot of carbs to healthier foods. Maybe I need to incorporate more protein and vegetables into my meal, but I want to just applaud myself for finally feeling like I don't want to have bread every morning. I don't want to have pancakes. I don't want to eat chapatis every day. I want to applaud myself for getting over that appetite for wheat and carbs. Yeah. So little by little, I think I'm going to get there. I can't wait to when I'm having more healthy meals, like just chicken salads. Of course, I'm gonna eat rice. I love rice. I'm not gonna let that go. But point is, I'm gonna move towards healthier meals. And of course, optimizing my sleep, which is not a struggle for me. I love my sleep. I love my sleep. If you want me to get angry at you, interrupt my sleep. That's when you'll know I'm not very kind when it comes to my sleep. I mean, I've always loved a good sleep. And even though for the past 1 year, a few months, I've been struggling, I feel like finally I'm starting to regain my sleep pattern. I'm starting to sleep better. My mind is finally accepting to be at rest when I'm going to bed. Yeah, so moving to 30, I think I'm gonna keep doing that. Yes. So that was number 4. Number 5 on my pre-30 checklist is I am ready to define my non-negotiables for my 30s. And by that, I mean things that I'm no longer going to downplay, things that I'm no longer going to take casually, things that I'm no longer going to negotiate about, like my peace of mind, or the choices that I'm making, or the regular breaks that I need, or the values that I want to align with. And also that means surrounding myself with people who sort of have the same values with me. Of course, you can't have an exact copy of you, but you can surround yourself with people who think like you, have the same mentality as yours, they are going in the same direction as you. So I don't want to compromise on that anymore. And that entails all kinds of relationships, whether it's business relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, family. I am not ready to compromise on my values as well. Yeah, so basically what I'm working on defining right now are my principles, my values, because I feel like right now I'm more mature. I've experienced the 20s, so I have a rough idea of what works for me, what doesn't work for me. And sometimes it just could be something that was working for me in the past. And right now I just feel like this is no longer working for me. Like I am ready to shed that off. I'm ready to take up a new principle, as long as it's gonna be something that is serving me, something that is gonna end up becoming a non-negotiable for me. yeah, so that is it. Those are 5 things that I feel like I'm getting ready to work on. And of course, at the end of the day, I'm also ready to embrace flexibility because life happens. You can achieve the list within a month or 2 months. So what happens after that? I can't just fold my hands and then wait to be 30. So I'm gonna keep on evolving. I'm gonna keep on adding to that list. And if there's anything on my list that I'm gonna feel like it's not serving me at this point, I'm very ready to just shed it off. So yeah, that is it for my pre-30 checklist. And I feel like it's gonna be a very purposeful chapter for me. 29 feels very exciting, intentional, and yeah, I'm very, very motivated. And that said, I would love to know the checklist that you've created for yourself before your next birthday, whether you're 19 turning 20 or you're 39 turning 40. If you have anything on your pre next birthday checklist, please educate me. I would love to learn from you as well. And probably I'm going to find myself adding it to my list. Yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. And of course, thank you so much for liking this video, for commenting, for subscribing, and importantly, also sharing it to your friends. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next episode.